What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red River Aviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. And today we have the January 2020 Tulsa International Airport update for you guys. Hopefully you guys are excited for today's video. If you guys are, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you're always notified when new videos come to the channel. We've been absolutely destroying the like and subscribe button recently, so be a part of the family. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. You guys are not going to want to miss out on more awesome airport updates such as today's with Tulsa. So we do have a lot of news and also some new models featuring I think three new models. I believe three. So not the most not the biggest update ever, but we do have some significance and also some real life scenarios. Hopefully you guys are excited for that. And with all that being said, without further delay, we are going to start with the airport, and I'll ramble towards the end as always. So make sure to like and subscribe. And with all that being said, let's get started. Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to get this tripod fixed. There we go. So we'll begin over here with Terminal B. Beginning right here with the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Heart paint scheme. He's currently loading passengers with service out to Dallas Love Field after arrival from Phoenix Sky Harbor today. Would love another 737-700 be released, but we'll have to see where it goes. This model, or this aircraft was just here the other day, and I know it's going to be in a lot of updates because it's always here for whatever reason. Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Colorado 1 paint scheme. Currently loading up passengers with service back to Las Vegas after the arrival earlier today. That's where it came from, I believe last night when I'm recording this, Saturday night. So once again, going back to Las Vegas on his turnaround flight, or we'll say it's going out to Denver because it's Colorado 1, kind of makes sense. So right there at B5, we have Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in Heart 1 paint scheme. He's currently loading up passengers with service to St. Louis today after arrival from Houston Hobby. Lovely model. Would love to get the NG. Looks very nice in that awesome lighting that we have today. Far out there we have a Frontier Airlines Airbus A320 Neo. I believe that's Georgia the Hummingbird or Flower the Hummingbird. I always get those names mixed up. Loading up passengers today with service out to Denver. I don't know why he's in here because Denver's seasonal now, which is ridiculous, but he's here nevertheless. I completely forgot, but he'll probably be here in the next update too. But I think it's kind of ridiculous how we don't have him year-round anymore. I don't understand that, but yeah, Frontier is now seasonal to Denver, so I don't know why, how United and Southwest dominate that race to make it to where this is a seasonal flight. But anyways, he's here nevertheless and loading up passengers regardless if it's year-round or not. I'll try to remember for the next update to make it a little more realistic. Taxiing out to 1818 left, we have a Delta Embraer 170 filling in for an Embraer 175, making the one daily flight to Salt Lake City, of course. This will be back to 2 at some point this summer, I'm assuming. So then we have this awesome United lineup that I have accumulated 3 new liveries. It's pretty crazy how it went from being mainly the old livery to within a couple months of the new livery being announced, 3 or 4 months. Now we have all the new liveries already here, and this is a pretty realistic lineup for Tulsa. The main lines to Houston and Denver really fluctuate. Denver is usually an Airbus regardless, usually an A319 or 320, and here and there 737-900 will fly that flight. And then some days it's just a simple CRJ-700 or Embraer 145, so it really just depends on the day. But nevertheless, I have Mainline in here for that update. Houston has fluctuated between Airbus A319s and Boeing 737-700s. I don't know if they'll ever find a sweet spot, but looking in the far future for schedulings, it looks like mainly 737-700s. However, I've seen 2 mainlines a day, or early flight on the A319, so we'll have to see how that goes. And then Chicago O'Hare has been a mix of CRJ-200s and a lot of CRJ-550s, which has really wore out the new livery for me the couple times I've been there. So I think it's nice, but I'd like to see some different new livery stuff here at Tulsa. So we'll begin with the A320, who's currently pulling into, I believe that's B10, and he's arriving in from Denver today and will be making his return flight back tomorrow morning. Then we have the Airbus A319 to pair along with that, both those by Aero Classics. Pretty good models. If you were waiting for the A319, I would recommend you wait for Gemini Jets to release it. I think the model is going to come out a lot better, but the Aero Classics is still nice to have. Anyways, he's loading up passengers today, and he'll be making his flight to Houston today, which is a lot of Embraer 175s, 145s, and then the one mainline today as of right now. And then loading up on the one of 3 daily flights, 3 or 4 daily, just really depends on the day. Here we have United Express Bombardier CRJ 550, and he's heading out to Chicago O'Hare today, which has been a CRJ 550 consistently since they began operation. So it is a nice model. I am glad to say that I have seen it a couple times, and I'm glad that it's, I guess, a normal part of the airport now. So definitely better than having the old livery at every single plane. I think it's nice, but hopefully we have lineups like this here and there until the new livery really fluctuates in as the new livery, for say. Kind of like what American did. Then maybe Delta's next to release a new livery. We'll have to see, but nevertheless, on to Terminal A. Another new model. I really like this model. I'm glad that I got it. I've been talking about it for a long time. Here we have an Allegiant Airbus E319, the new livery with sharklets. Normally it's the fence winglets that fly Tulsa, but there is some sharklets fluctuated in here and there. So anyways, he's loading up passengers today, and he's making the flight out to Las Vegas, which aircraft operations for Allegiant usually vary. A lot of A319s in the here and there through 20. Los Angeles has been off and on A319, A320. Orlando's been also off and on A319, A320, but Las Vegas has been a consistent A319. So this Airbus A319 with sharklets and new livery, and thank God travel's not our deal on this livery, is going off to Las Vegas. Next up at A5, we have American Eagle Embraer 175. And he's currently loading up passengers today, and this will be our Los Angeles flight. January 18th will be the last day that we have 2 daily. Right now, the first flight arrives around 2 o'clock and heads back, and then the second flight has been the normal 6 o'clock, so we'll go back to just the 6 o'clock after January 18th. So hopefully we'll get maybe a mainline aircraft at some point. The flights are really filling up well, so that's a good sign. We'll have to see where it goes from here, though. A7. We have an American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets. He's loading up passengers today. We'll service out to Dallas Fort Worth, of course, which has been 737s, A319s, and here and there A321 substitutions, but mainly A319, 737, and then the Embraer 175 in the mornings. So the arrival times go such as, I'll just read you them, even though I probably should know them. 818 Embraer 175. And then there has been a lot more Embraer 175s mixed in during the winter season, especially on the holidays. 948 Embraer 175, 1147 Embraer 175, 155 CRJ 900, now at 340 737, 546 Embraer 175, 8 o'clock 819, 930 737, and 1122 737. So it really just depends, but we'll get the majority of those being mainlined back in the summer for sure, probably for spring. And then here's an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. The gates have kind of changed a little, but it just depends on where all these flights park. Anyways, this is our Charlotte flight, which has been CRJ 700 for whatever reason on the morning flight, and a Boeing 737-800 on the evening flight. So we'll see how we rotate into and see if we get any new aircrafts. Nothing's scheduled right now, so we'll just have to see. So I'll see if my tripod will cooperate. There we go. I want to give you guys a decent view without moving here. These couple models over here. This will do for me. So trying to figure out. There we go. Perfect. There's like on the deal where their tripod raises up. It's kind of weird how I can get the prop up. So. Okay, so we have Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700. He's arriving in from wherever I did not say. St. Louis, Houston, Dallas, Phoenix, Denver. What am I missing? I'm not seeing the route that I missed. Las Vegas, I already said it. So, edge the flight. He's going out to Houston Hobby after out from Dallas Love Field. Arriving from Dallas Love Field, making the flight back to Houston Hobby momentarily. American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Chrome Heritage Retro paint scheme. Another flight from Dallas to 9:30 arrival for say. Just to throw it in there. So, yeah, Southwest operations will get Baltimore seasonally, so that's nice, but I have no clue where it's going to go from there. So, we'll see. Over there at 810, this is what I was kind of talking about the gates. You know, the Charlotte flight parked here for the longest time. But anyways, here we have an American Eagle Embraer 175. This is our Chicago O'Hare flight, which has been 3 daily Embraer 175s. And we'll see where where we go from here on aircraft operations. But I would not see a change it back to mainline for a long time. So, obviously, there's a lot of empty gates at this airport, including A8. And that gate that's sat. So, it is going to sit in this update too. I think I messed up the gate on that plane, so I'm actually going to fix that. I don't know how it got messed up. There we go, that's better. Delta Connection Bombardier Sierra-700. You may be asking, why is the Sierra-700 already back in the airport? Well, that's what they're flying to Minneapolis on. To get this, the 1 daily flight. I don't know how we've suffered that bad on the flight, but it's a... And then tomorrow it's Embraer 175, so that must just be a filler, but it arrives at like 11:10, so I'm just making sure there's no other Minneapolis flights. I think we're getting our 717s tomorrow, so that might be a permanent change in the rotation, so maybe to be ready, expecting another Embraer 175 for... I'd love them to release that model, but the Embraer 170s, I guess, will work, so... Delta Connection Bombardier Sierra-700 making the flight out to Minneapolis, St. Paul today. And then a flight that I just got back on, it was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it. Here's the Delta Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-88 with service out to Atlantis Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. He just came in on the 11 o'clock flight. I sat in 31A, which is... Focus? Please? Anyways, it's the last door. It's right under the E. It was a really nice flight. I really enjoyed it, and we'll be excited to fly Delta again soon, which I may or may not be. Of course, I've talked about the international trip, and I'm not going to confirm anything until it's all said and done. So, and that'll be soon, so I'll let you guys know. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Red River Aviation. I can't talk today, so that you know when that trip's going to be happening, and also for daily aviation posts in general with all kinds of aircraft. So, yeah, we're currently on DCA photos, and we'll be moving to Dallas probably by February or March. I have no clue how many of these DCA shots from the terminal I have. Probably a couple hours worth, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know as I keep editing them. Currently here at the cargo, we have a UPS Boeing 767-300 freighter, and he's currently loading up cargo, and he's making a flight to Louisville today. Really wish they had A300. I can't really represent this very well, so that's kind of what we got. And now you guys are going to wonder, what the heck is this? Well, this is a temporary expansion for some real-life scenarios I wanted to represent, but I am highly considering making an extension to this board with those back there. So what I want to do is extend it off here. I really want to have an American hangar over there because that's a lot of fill time or run time, whatever you want to call it. But not only that, but I think it would look really good. So I am planning on that. I do still have my hangar. I found it. It was in the drawer the whole time. I think there was a video of me complaining about it, but I completely misplaced it. So in the next couple updates, expect a hangar and 1-8 left and 3-6 right to be constructed. It's kind of hard because the hangar is far out there compared to where the terminal area is, so I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. So I probably need to get closer, but I guess the zoom will do. Realistic situation here. American Airlines Airbus A321neo. He just arrived in from Pittsburgh. This flight happened just a couple days ago. It was really awesome that we're getting some Airbus aircraft in for maintenance. So he just arrived from Pittsburgh and no clue when he's going to leave. But he actually arrived only 30 minutes late. It's not bad for an American maintenance flight, but he's taxiing over to the American Airlines maintenance facility here at Tulsa. And this is really heartbreaking right here. This is the final ever time this is going to happen in a realistic update. So I know I talked about in the last Reno update, and I think for say just a brief mention in the last Tulsa update, but here we have an American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-82 rising for the skies for the final time was service out to Romaville, Illinois, as the final ever American Airlines McDonnell Doubles MD-80 to fly. This was November 501 Alpha Alpha, last MD-82 in the fleet, going to Lewis University in Illinois. So it's very unfortunate. I'm very happy I got to see it. The pictures are on my Instagram profile if you'd like to go look at those. But it was an awesome experience to get to see it. Unfortunately, I did not get any footage due to being in a unofficial spot and not wanting to risk getting in trouble. So I do have pictures though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those. But here we have American Airlines McDonnell Dobbs MD-82 November 501 Alpha Alpha with service out to Romaville, Illinois. I believe is how it's pronounced. And then finally over here, I will make the FedEx section too. It really just depends on how far that cargo section is, or not the cargo, I'm sorry, the maintenance side is. I'd like to connect the boards, but with how far out there it is, I have no clue. What I could do is cut a portion of a board and make the maintenance just over there, just put it over there, not near as far as what it actually is, but I'd like to make the runway too. So maybe I'll get another board. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Anyways, here we have FedEx Express Boeing 757-200 freighter, and he's getting cargo on board with service out to Memphis, or that's probably unrealistic because I know we have 75s. I forgot where the last one went. A300, not what I'm looking for. Usually on the takeoffs, I saw them a couple when I was there, or I saw one on the ramp, but I'm trying to think of where the previous 757 I saw one A321 left, or was doing just a maintenance flight around Tulsa earlier today, so that's pretty awesome. A300 went to Salt Lake City, but that's not quite what we're looking for. I think a 75 did go to Salt Lake City. It may be a future destination. I just really want why am I forgetting what? A300s for both airlines, UPS and FedEx, would be so much more realistic. I'd like to get some FedEx feeders too, especially if I make a little expansion. Anyways, he's going to go out to Salt Lake City because I can remember that they did have that flight. So another Tulsa update complete. This is far in numbers. I have no clue exactly what number that was. No clue. It's like 15 or so, I think. 20 minutes, good run time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the update. Like I said, I'm going to try to make an expansion next couple updates of the maintenance. I'm not going to make the area where the maxes are because some of them are at the hangar, so I'm just going to put them at the hangar, and it's not necessarily not necessarily foreseeable only having 2 maxes and there being like 10 on the ramp over there, or not on the ramp but in that area. So I'm not going to do that, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, the hangar will be awesome because I did see American 777 take off in bad lighting, but I did get to see that. Mediocre pictures, but I do have them. So in the hangar, we're going to have like 75s, 76s, 777s, Neos. I mean, it's just going to be a nice core stone at Tulsa because the airport's not boring, but if we have a maintenance facility to go and lift it, I think you guys would really enjoy that because I can literally fluctuate so much into that. So I think you guys will enjoy it. So that will be happening soon. I'll try to have it done by the February update, but it'll definitely be a nice project to work on. But I have decided on my next airport. It is north of here, and I hope you guys are excited for it. I have mentioned it. I'm not going to mention it again. It's north. It's a good variety. And I guess the only hint I'm going to say is there's around 20 gates. So it's a good size. There's some different flights. United has a good mainline presence. Southwest has a nice presence. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's a good mix of regionals and mainlines, so kind of a little more than this. I'd not do Oklahoma City because really looking into it, it's a nice project for down the line, but the reason I did not decide to do it in this time where I'm at right now in life is because it's like a couple different planes and it's Tulsa. I mean, it's a couple more United main lines. It's another flight on Delta, Alaska A320, and that's it. That's all the better that it comes to than compared to Tulsa. couple more Southwest flights. Delta has a little better mainline service and some different planes, but I mean, it's not a huge difference compared to Tulsa, so I think it's more beneficial to worry about a maintenance area for this airport compared to working on a whole nother airport that's not identical but very similar to Tulsa. So I want some more variety I want varieties in the airports until I just have a big accumulation to where, yeah, it's fine to go make another airport that's close to this, because I'm kind of running out of options. That's where I want to be compared to, it's my 8th airport. Where am I going to go to when I have hundreds of choices in the United States? It's kind of one of those deals. So yeah, I'm going to work on the maintenance area and probably some cargo areas over here for UPS and FedEx. Hopefully I can make a whole board. I'll try to get another board to make a whole runway and make it look really good. Obviously that's storage and it's a lot of time to do that, so I'll let you guys know the updates on that. But I think I'm going to work on the new airport first, so I'll let you guys know how that goes, and hopefully it looks good and hopefully you guys like it. It's nice because it's broken into sections kind of, so it's not going to be the hardest airport to make. It's just going to be it's definitely a lot more drawing aprons than it is. I might print for this airport. I haven't decided yet because I do have the adequate paper to do so. So maybe, I haven't decided yet. It would be nice, but at the same time, I really like how mine came out, and it's probably worth the actual labor. It's just going to be the terminal section for right now. Not planning on a runway, and maybe go start right after this update. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but I never do so. Make sure to like the video and subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because you guys are not going to want to miss out on any new content coming to the channel. You're not going to want to regret it. You're not going to regret it. Next live stream, I doubt it happened last night, but I'll let you guys know. They're really time consuming, but I've just been trying to enjoy myself during this last couple of days of break. So I'm sure once I get back onto a rotation, fortunately with school, then I'll find a day where it works out good. So I'll let you guys know on that, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for all the support. All the likes have really been increasing. I think it's because of that icon or the animation I added. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying that. Make sure to share the video with your fellow friends and also AvGeek friends. Once again, on Instagram, if you put my video on a Instagram story or any social media where you can contact me, put on your story and at me with my username, then you can be getting a shout out on my Instagram page. So if you'd like to do that, you're more welcome to. It really helps me out. But make sure to share the video. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers and we're not backing off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is one of my better updates. I felt like the updates have really been a lot more, not only better produced, but I feel like I've sounded better, and overall it just came out a lot better with obviously new planes help. But you guys have seemed to really enjoy it, and the engagement's been a lot better, especially in comment section. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your days. Make sure to like the video and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Keep watching videos on channel over 175 now, I believe, or so. You can see how this airport started. It started on a glass table. It was pretty insane. You can see how other airports such as Dallas-Fort Worth, Pensacola, Reno, and Albuquerque have progressed. The Albuquerque update came out a couple days ago, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. It was really fun to make the foils for that. And then the Storyline Airport, of course, with a awesome update just a few days ago, so make sure to go vote in that as well. I hate to say it, guys, but unfortunately the every other day rotation is not going to be a permanent deal. That just worked out during winter break. Maybe during the summer when I have some airports and some more content, I will be doing more. I've been having a hard time talking, obviously. I'll have more videos coming on a weekly basis, but for right now, that's not really compatible with not being able to go spotting every day and filming that. But I'll try to get some footage next time I'm at the airport. I felt done that the last couple times, and I will make a difference on that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. So if you'd like to keep watching videos, you're more than welcome to. I'd really appreciate it. Some live streams on the channel And you can like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more content. Make sure to share it with your friends in AP because I'm sure they would like the content as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Red River Aviation so you never miss out on any updates towards the YouTube channel, and also to come more pictures, of course. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Red River Aviation is signing off.